How can I find out someone's pronouns? I am starting a new job, and when reading the rules of the office, one was to call people by their correct pronouns. However, obviously as a new person I don't know any of their pronouns. I don't want to assume in case I get it wrong, so how am I meant to know what ones to use? I don't want to just go up to them and ask as well. Ask them. It's a written rule, so they should be happy to answer. Having known many people with non-conforming pronouns as that the word 99,100 times. They don't mind it if you call someone by their wrong pronouns by accident. They'll correct you and expect you to use the correct pronoun after that. It's so rare you actually find anyone who throws a fit over assuming anything. It's not like how the anti-LGBT people portray it. Just call them by their name. Ask, assume, and apologize if you are wrong, and don't do it again. Those are your choices. I'm sure anyone who cares enough would tell you when introducing themselves. You'll probably find their email signature block has the detail you're after. Good luck remembering all the right pronouns with all the new faces and in a new job environment. First name would be a great choice to start with remembering. Ask them. There is no other way to know, as it's self-assigned. And I recommend you even do that with that obviously male-female boss that made this rule. No one at work has ever asked me my pronouns. Just call what you think they are and they'll correct you if wrong. I was talking to Mark and he said blah blah blah. Mark is a girl. Sorry. I was talking to Mark and she said blah blah blah. Emo, it's not a big deal to assume pronouns if someone is clearly presenting a certain way. If they correct you, just quickly apologize and move on. If you can't get a read on someone, speak with them privately and ask what pronouns they prefer you to use. Alternatively, you could introduce yourself with your pronouns or start signing off with them in emails to hopefully encourage others to do the same. You're overthinking the rules. No one expects you to know someone's pronouns without being told. As you are introduced to your coworkers, they will let you know if they have specific pronoun preferences. If you are told about someone's preferences and you intentionally ignore them, that would be against the company's rules. Just be polite and ask questions if you're not sure. Just assume. If you're not sure, use they or their name. If you make a mistake, apologize and use the correct ones going forward. Just act as you usually would and change the pronoun if someone corrects you. There's no need to walk on eggshells. It's unlikely to come up. The final, most essential command of the party. Trans person here, assume away. If you're wrong, we'll correct you. Simple as that. 99% of the time someone's pronouns should be obvious. However, if you can't figure it out, say something like, hey, sorry X. I was just wondering what your preferred pronouns are. What the duck? I can't believe people actually give a shit about this. Holy crap. If they care about, they will make it known. How do you find out someone's adjectives? This shit is so bizarre to me, I don't understand it. How many androgynous looking people can you possibly have working in one place where this comes up? Honestly, 99% of the time assuming pronouns is fine based on how the person presents themselves. If you aren't sure, use they them until you hear otherwise. Or ask the person. If someone corrects you, apologize and use the correction from then on. It's not that complicated, but the anti-woke idiots in this comment section will have you believe it is. So insane that this is still a thing. Honestly, I would just quit on the spot if I saw any obnoxious pronoun bullshit at my work. I really hate this. This world is going straight to shit. Trial and error? Talk to them and see how they address themselves during conversations or how colleagues refer to each other when talking in third person. This is why everybody is "hey friend" until I know better. Just call every person a legend. How goes it, you absolute legend? If they care about that, don't worry, they'll tell you. Use you and your till it comes up and you become informed. Everyone is an individual at any given moment, even on days they feel other. If anyone finds fault with those two pronouns, they're just looking to be offended about something, anything emo. Use traditional pronouns unless you are corrected. It's not a big deal. Why is that part of the office rules? Weird place. If it's a male, use he, him. If it's a female, use she, her, and if these are the workplace rules, then use Google for an online job search. Don't care about pronouns. If you correct me, I will always just use your name. No pronoun ever. Simple. Don't. Hey, what are your pronouns works pretty well. But you can also just use their name when you talk about them, or just not talk about them. Or use they until they correct you. Work somewhere else. Super cringe. Just call them their name. What job are you starting that this is actually a concern? Surely for well over 99% of people you can tell if they're a man or a woman. Get a new job. If he is a male, he's a he. If she's a female, she's a she. Pretty simple. It's fun when you get yelled at for not asking for pronouns for some, and get punched in the face by others for asking. What a world. Generally, if they don't have bright colored hair and or look too weird and ugly, they use normal people pronouns. Just break those stupid rules. Are they a man or a woman? If a man, he, him, his. If woman, she, her, hers. This is simple English cool. Make an educated guess. If you get it wrong and someone corrects you, it's no big deal. Think of it like mispronouncing someone's name, or calling someone Kate instead of Katie. Either that, or wait for someone else to use a pronoun. People are desperate for individuality in a world more connected than ever before. English has never had an issue with pronouns. It's a boy, him. It's a girl, her. It doesn't conform to either. They. Fucking insane people wanting to be referred to as Z and clicks or whatever the hell else, and mentally ill. Edit spelling. Asking can feel uncomfortable if you're not used to it. You may be worried at home the other person reacts, especially if you've seen that one interview that looks like heavily staged rage bait. But given that these are office rules, and everyone, like you, has to follow them, asking is genuinely the best way to go about this. As the people who likely have a problem with you asking their pronouns wouldn't work there. Sounds like a terrible place to work. If some places values pronouns more than work, then dude, you need to change your place of it will became a headache. Hi, my name is OP and my pronouns are XY. Then hope they reply with their name and pronouns. If they don't, you can always ask directly. If you get the wrong pronouns and they correct you, swiftly apologize, don't make a big deal out of it, and use the correct pronouns from then on. If you use the wrong pronouns, you will simply be corrected. People get offended by wrong pronouns when you do it deliberately, which I doubt would be assumed in your case being new. It's fine to guess. The majority of the time you can tell by people's name and or presentation. If you're corrected, just apologize and move on. If you can't guess, it's fine to ask. If someone presents androgynous enough that you can't tell, I guarantee it won't be the first time they've been asked that question. If you find it awkward to guess or ask, you can set an example by including your own pronouns in your email signature. Or even when introducing yourself out loud. Hi, my name is X and my pronouns are she, her. Most people will respond in kind.